Hey guys, it's Monique from Vegan Living 24/7. Today marks my first Veganniversary. It is Friday, October the 14th, 2016. So last year on, it was actually Thanksgiving Monday. It was October 12th. I had watched a video on turkeys and I honestly hadn't realized it was quite as bad as it is. I was shocked, completely shocked by some of the footage that I saw and really disturbed and upset. And so I went and contacted the only vegan girlfriend that I knew, and I asked her, like, what do you eat as a vegan for Thanksgiving? And I started asking her a bunch of questions, and then I started researching into it, I guess, and trying to figure out what I could and couldn't eat. And that's when I learned that most bread is vegan in grocery stores. And it was 2 days later, because I wanted to finish up like the milk that was in my fridge and stuff like that. It was 2 days later, so October the 14th, that I decided to commit to being vegan. I decided that, hey, yeah, I can do this. I hadn't really thought too much about where my food comes from. Like, yeah, obviously everyone knows that meat comes from an animal, but I hadn't really thought too far as to how, like, what kind of conditions that they lived in and that sort of thing, and how they were processed and handled and that. So I was like completely mind blown by some of the facts and some of the things that I saw in that video, and I completely cold turkey, no pun intended, went vegan after watching that video on the turkeys. Overall, I would say that being vegan has not been very hard at all for this entire year of being vegan. I've actually really enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed the people that I've gotten to meet, and I've enjoyed interacting even with omnivores, just discussing different issues, different topics, and just hearing it from their point of view and their side, and me speaking my side. And I don't know, I know some vegans get very upset about omnivores and about people eating meat and animal products still, but you know, I just look back on it and I just remember that I used to eat all those animal products as well, without a thought in the world. Like, I never even thought about it at all. And so I just look back on it like that and just realize that there's a lot of people out there that don't know the full truth of everything that's going on. And you know what? Some people, they do know the full truth, and maybe they just don't care, and you know, that really sucks. But you can't make people be vegan. People have to want to be vegan on their own. You know, you can't force someone to do it. So instead of like yelling at a brick wall, basically, you might as well try and help the people that are either struggling with it, or just help let people know that don't know about the truth, you know. I think that that's a lot more effective than trying to be really pushy all the time at the same people and being like, go vegan, you know, like, no, like. So I really want to share the video that I watched a year ago, and that had made me go vegan, the one about the turkeys. I really hope that if you're an omnivore that you'll still watch this. Please don't stop the video. Please watch this and have an open mind, and you know, if you find any of this shocking or disturbing, then do your own research and learn a little bit more about where your food comes from. You know, like I said, the food that's in the grocery stores is from slaughterhouses, where all the animals are all jam-packed together and everything. And if you don't, even after watching this and doing your own research, and you don't want to go vegan, I would really strongly suggest you look into at least going to smaller farmers and just going and seeing how they do things there, how the animals are treated there. Because at the very least, I think that for me, like, before I die, if slaughterhouses were abolished and people went back to small farmers, I think I could at the very least get behind that. I could be supportive of something like that. Like, I would never go back to that, because I realized how much how I don't need to kill an animal or take from them in order to survive. Like, I always thought that you had to get protein from meat and you had to get calcium from dairy, but you don't. So please watch this video to the end and leave a comment below on your thoughts on what you thought about this, especially if this is new information to you. I would like to know what you think of.
While working inside a Foster Farms turkey hatchery in California, a compassion-over-killing investigator caught on camera the routine abuses endured by baby birds like this one. This undercover video offers a glimpse into the terrifying, misery-filled world into which baby turkeys emerge. Just hours old, newly hatched birds are separated from their eggshells, then roughly thrown and jostled around as workers quickly sort them. Most of the birds are sent down the line to have their beaks and toes mutilated, while others are considered trash. These unwanted birds will soon be ground up alive or gassed to death. As processing continues, baby turkeys are dumped onto conveyor belts and forced into a system of machines that will painfully remove parts of their bodies. These fragile hatchlings are grabbed by their feet, shackled upside down, and have the ends of their toes burned off. This painful process, called detowing, is a cruel yet standard practice in the turkey industry. One callous manager jokingly referred to this machinery as the manicure station. These traumatized animals are then immediately dropped down a chute, dumped onto another conveyor belt, and sent to the next mutilation station, where they're hung by their heads and have parts of their sensitive beaks burned off. The industry calls this painful process debeaking, while the manager jokes that the birds are getting a nose job. Not all newly hatched birds will survive this harsh process. Birds who are sick, injured, or otherwise deemed unprofitable are dumped into a machine and ground up alive. This slurry contains what's left of their ground-up bodies and discarded eggshells. Other baby birds are callously thrown inside a plastic bag, carelessly gassed, and left to slowly suffocate and die from carbon dioxide poisoning. This baby bird is just moments away from being sealed inside this plastic bag, where he and other day-old turkeys will struggle and gasp until their last labored breath. For the hatchlings who survive their first day of life, their misery is just beginning. Next, they'll be packed up and shipped out to a factory farm, where they'll spend the next few months in dark, dirty, and overcrowded conditions, before being packed up again and shipped to slaughter. These baby animals may not be able to stand up to their abusers, but fortunately, you can. The best way to save these baby birds and all animals is simply to leave them off our plates. Please visit tryveg.com.
Thanks for watching this video, you guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to follow me on my vegan journey. Veg, peace and love.